It might be hard to believe, but all of my art supplies fit in this small Alex drawer unit from IKEA. And one additional drawer in the closet. Since the storage space is tight, all of those drawers got a little messy, to the point that I'm not aware of what exactly is in each of them. And they sometimes barely close, which makes finding anything and using this stuff frustrating. So it is time to finally clean them, check what I have, and perhaps get rid of some items. In the first drawer, we got mostly stationery items. Printer paper, some loose sheets of paper, notebook, another notebook, and another notebook, sandpaper, old postcards, lettering exercises, weekly planner, an ancient stapler, metal ruler, highlighters, a box with multiple pens and pencil refills. Let's start with deconstructing this box. Okay, so I'm definitely keeping this organizing box. It's a little bit stained with the pencil marks, but that's fine. And those refillers are for the pencil that I regularly use, so they stay, of course. Those are regular pencil refillers. Those are brown refillers. Here are light brown refillers. And here is some white chalk. Those are also for another pencil that I regularly use. It's this one, Kohinoor Toystone Door. I have no idea how to pronounce it. And those are refiller for this one. And those are for a very similar pencil, which is just very thick. So for this one, I have some 2B, some brown, and some blue. Those pastel highlighters I also use quite often, so they stay. Those I haven't used a lot. I'm not sure if it should stay, but I think I will give it a try first before deciding. So it can stay here for a while. There's also a small gap, so I think I'm going to fit this here. Usually it's stayed loose in the drawer, so it can be like that. This I didn't even know I have, and it's good I found out I have it because I was thinking about buying something like this. It's very dirty, I will have to clean it, and it will probably end up in a different drawer because this first one is more of office supplies than art supplies, so I will find it a different spot. Those pencils I know I have more of in a different drawer, so I will also wait with them. And I know I have much more pens somewhere, so I will also keep them together instead of a few different drawers. The sandpaper will go to some other supplies like that. I have no idea why I had it here. Postcards and brush lettering. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep yet. Probably not. The lettering notebook almost fully completed, and I'm not that much into brush lettering, so I don't know if I want to keep it. I think I will put it on a maybe pile and decide later. The ruler, of course, stays. It's my favorite ruler. It's very sturdy because it's made from metal and I use it a lot, so it stays, of course. This planner also stays, and I think it can stay in this particular drawer since it's a lot of office supplies here. And the same with those notebooks that I also use quite regularly. Those random sheets of paper are from more artistic paper kind, so I will put it in the paper drawer, and the printer paper can also stay in this drawer. In the second drawer I found gouache supplies, watercolor box, an old painting. There went drawing, there went studio pencils, there went Colorsoft, set of graphite pencils, Faber-Castell polychrome, plastic ruler, small watercolor box, Neocolor crayons, granulating medium for watercolors, old sketchbook, erasable pencils, metal pencil box,
water brush, glue dots, some mysterious object, ribbon, plastic folder and origami paper.
The origami paper stays. I don't do much origami now, but I will definitely use it up. The glue and glue dots, I think I will put in the first drawer with more office supplies. So here are the same pencils that I had in the first drawer. Those are some erasable colored pencils. I like to use them for sketching sometimes. In the second one, I can see that they are not used at all. There is one missing, so I will have to find it. I would like to donate them because I don't need 2 sets. This thing, I have no idea what it is. Looks like a holder for something. I think I'm just gonna get rid of it because I honestly have no idea what's the purpose of it. Those pencils will stay. Those are Caran d'Ache Neo Color 2 water soluble pastels. The ribbon will stay. However, I might put it in some craft supplies box or something like this. The folder I can use, but I don't know for what at the moment. I will put it aside for now and decide later. This stays as well. I will put it in the office supplies drawer. Those 2 paint boxes stay, of course, the same as the granulating liquid. Those are both empty. The sketchbook still has a lot of unused pages. I guess I will put it in the last drawer with other papers. The brush pen stays. The pencils I still use. From colored pencils, those I use a lot. And those 3 I still use, mostly for sketching rather than finished drawings. But I still use them pretty regularly, so I don't want to get rid of them. If it fits. I'm not sure if I will keep the watercolors and gouaches here because I have some more stuff for those and they might be better in another drawer, and here I might put something else, but for now I will put those here and we will see how the other drawers go.
The third drawer contained ink supplies, brushes, wooden box, masking tape, roller, salt, white spirit, acrylic gesso, sculpting tools, granulating medium, gouache varnish, masking fluid, spray bottle, old calendar, printing inks, super sculpey, a box of jars.
Each contains a small amount of liquid. To be honest, I have no idea what those are. Some more jars, more brushes, charcoal,
glue, palette, acrylic varnish, wooden spoon, more brushes, fabric paint, old watercolor box.
acrylic varnish for the wood, one more jar. Wow, so there's a lot here. Let's start with this because I know I want to donate it to someone. I'm not using this. I have a different watercolor set of a better quality. Some of those paints are quite used, especially this one, ultramarine blue, but you can buy separate pans and I'm pretty sure somebody else will still have some fun with those paints. Super Sculpey stays. I have made a horse sculpture a long time ago. It's still not finished, unfortunately, and I needed to finish it. Those lino supplies also stay, but I think I'm going to transfer watercolors and gouaches to this third drawer, and perhaps those will fit in the previous drawer. This is a calendar from 2 years ago, so I definitely don't need it anymore. Sculpture supplies will also stay together with Super Sculpey. I think I also might fit it in the previous drawer. Charcoal might also go to the second drawer because it's more of a drawing supply than painting supply. Those white spirits I use only with colored pencils, So I think I'm going to put them with the colored pencils. The jars, I think those contain white spirit, but I definitely don't need that many of them. And I have no idea what this is. I might have kept those for Derwent water-soluble crayons. Maybe I will keep this box for something else. I'm not sure yet. But the jars go. I think I will keep about 2 because they are useful for the white spirit. Those watercolor mediums will stay, and I think I will put all watercolor related stuff in this particular drawer. So this granulating medium, water spray, wash, varnish, masking fluid, salt. This is acrylic varnish. I'm not sure about it. It's almost full, however it's pretty old and I can see something separated. Not sure if it's still good to use, to be honest. I will put it aside because I think in the next drawer we have some acrylic paints, so I guess I should keep it with those. Same with this acrylic gesso. Those two go together. I sometimes use it when I paint on wood. I think it should still be good and I will leave it in my drawer. It's not something I use a lot, but if I do, I need this. Those brushes are for acrylic paint, so they will also wait for the next drawer. This cable I will put somewhere where we keep cables. This is an old watercolor plastic palette. I don't have any watercolors in tubes, but it might be useful to mix bigger portions of color. My current metal cassette doesn't really allow something like this, so it might be useful. This fabric paint, I don't think if I'm ever going to use. I'm not really painting on any fabrics. It also comes from 2013 and it says that it's good for only a year. So I guess I should just get rid of it because it's probably not good to use anymore. Masking tape of course stays. The glue I use quite regularly for some crafts, so it stays, although I don't know if in this drawer or maybe in the next. This also stays. At the moment I have some old paints here and a brush to use with the varnish. Those little paints I think I'm going to donate. Not sure about this one. I think I got as a gift on some watercolor workshop and I don't think I've even tried it. It's olive green, so it's probably a pretty nice color. However, I'm quite hesitant to leave it because it's a big tube and I already have quite a lot of green in my watercolor palette. I'm gonna say maybe and decide later. Those old paints are I'm definitely gonna donate together with the old watercolor box. And this box definitely stays. It was a gift, I painted it myself. It's not a particularly good painting, but I still like it and I want to donate it. This is a ceramic palette that I made myself and I use it for gouache paintings. It definitely stays. Not only it's handmade by me, but it's also useful. I also had a bigger one, but unfortunately it had a crack and it is destroyed now. This one also has some flaws. I don't remember if it leaks some water or not. It might, but it's not a big deal. So until it breaks, I'm leaving it. Here are some ink supplies. So I mostly use it during Inktober, but not only. Especially the Sakura fine liners I use more. But I'm not sure if all of those stuff still have ink. So I definitely have to try all of them, but I guess I will do this at the end. This is a very old brush. Bristles are sticked together. I probably used it for the masking fluid and didn't clean it soon enough, so I guess it goes to trash because you can't really use it with anything, even with the masking fluid, so I don't think I'm able to rescue it. This is a silicone brush that I currently use for the masking fluids to avoid situation like with this previous brush. When some masking fluid stays on it, you can easily take it off. I actually need to get more of those in smaller sizes and I really recommend those silicone brushes to use with the masking fluid. Those two are also watercolor brushes. I don't know why they're not together with other brushes. This is a gouache brush that also somehow got into a different drawer, so I will stash it with other gouache brushes. This is also for watercolors, and those are all rather for acrylics. They are quite old and destroyed, but they will go with other acrylic brushes. I also have this one bigger box, and I think I will use it to stash the line of printings.
In the fourth drawer, we have a glass palette, a palette knife, brushes, a box with acrylic paints, a towel,
Some more jars, turpentine,
a box of oil paints, more plastic palettes, watercolor swatches.
This I don't really need. Those are swatches of my old watercolors. So I think I'm going to just throw it away. Those jars, I'm also going to get rid of. The palettes can stay, but I have to check if I'm able to clean them. I'm afraid they might be dirty from acrylic paints, and I think it might be impossible to fully get rid of. Right now, if I paint with acrylics, I only use this glass palette. It's much easier to clean and generally easier to use. This palette is clean. I think it might be useful with watercolors. The acrylic paints I think will stay for now. I really don't use acrylics almost at all now. I rather use watercolor and gouache, but if I need to paint something like wooden object, then I can't use neither gouache nor watercolors, and then acrylics is the only way to go. So I guess I will leave them. If I ever need to buy new ones, I'm pretty sure I'm going to buy smaller tubes like this one, or I can see there is some different brand with a smaller tube, because those are really too big for the stuff that I make. I don't paint big canvas, so I don't need such big paints. The knife and the brushes of course stay. The turpentine is almost gone. There's a tiny little bit at the bottom. It can be useful around the household, not only for painting with oils, so I think I'm going to put it in a smaller jar because this is just huge, and it will stay until it's finished just in a smaller container. About the oils, I definitely want to get rid of those. They are extremely old. The tubes are fine, but the cups are of terrible quality. Most of them broke. You can see this one is broken in half, and those tips, like in here, there's a tip inside, and for most of them the tips got broken as well. That's why I have this I think it's called blue tack or something like that I put in here so that the paints don't dry. You can see with this one how it got broken and there's oil and paint running out. Yeah, I thought about donating them, but to be honest, I don't think they are usable. They are still soft, so they might be usable, but I don't know. Those two are definitely completely broken. This one still seems quite fine, although the cap starts to break. Yeah, there's so much oil that leaked from the tubes. I don't think it's safe to touch, to be honest. I'm going to wash my hands, and yeah, I think some of them are not the worst, but all of them are dirty with oils. Yeah, I don't think I can donate them just because of the state they are in. I don't know, and if I don't donate them and nobody uses them, then I have to find a way how to get rid of them, because I don't think it's safe to put in a regular trash. Maybe I will clean those that look decent and can get rid of the rest. Yeah, so yeah, that's the worst part that I had in this whole cabinet. But definitely, those paints definitely go. So it's all papers in here. It's this translucent paper to copy drawings. Old Inktober sketchbook, watercolor sketchbook, drawing sketchbook, black sketchbook, drawing sketchbook, toned drawing sketchbook, some cheap colored paper. Those colors that are left are quite nice for drawing. I think I've used the crazy colors for something else. Watercolor sketchbook. It's almost full. Yeah, there are like 2 pages. So once I finish this, I will move it from this drawer to somewhere else. I guess I would like to keep only unused sketchbooks here. Another watercolor paper. 2 thick colored papers. Yeah, I really do like those. I much more prefer this natural than this gray one. Some linocut test print, another linocut test print. This is a handmade board to make linocuts. Another sketch folder with sketches. 2 blocks of carbon paper. It's just a black paper covered with some carbon, and it's very useful for transferring drawings, and it's also erasable with a regular eraser. Another sketch and another lino test print. One more sketch. I think I should put the sketches in one place, maybe in this folder actually. I don't know why, but I always keep such things. Those are mostly sketches that I made first on a separate sheet of paper to transfer to a better quality paper. So yeah, I don't know why I keep those. Maybe I will get rid of those one day, I don't know. Some very old paintings, and this painting is actually in my profile picture everywhere. Very old, 2016. Another lino test print. I have some calligraphy block, gray sketch paper, some test prints. Here's a sketchbook. Those are some mixed media. And this is a block I made myself, and it contains some marker paper. I have some drawings made with markers here. Yeah, it's pretty bad, pretty loose, it moves a lot. Yeah, but for practicing markers, it's fine. And the paper from this block I used to make this. I still have markers. I haven't used them in a long time. A very old painting and black paper. This is for making bookmarks. I actually got it as a gift. Yeah, it's 100% cotton. I don't think I would buy this myself, but since I got it, I am going to use it, experiment a little bit with it. And last but not least, the big drawer. So I have a big folder for big paintings. I mostly keep my paintings for sale here, and some bigger paintings that don't fit in those smaller folders that I had in previous drawers. Here's a smaller folder also with paintings for sale. A folder. Here I have some cover papers from a watercolor block. I decided to keep them because I might use them for making a sketch and then transferring the sketch to this watercolor paper. Watercolor paper, it's smooth and it's not made of cotton, but I like to use it with colored pencils. You can make an underpainting with watercolor here, or you can use white spirit to blend the pencils, and this paper is thick enough to handle it, even though it's not made of cotton. I have this tiny folder as well. I have lino cut supplies here, some lino cut blocks, some more markers, lino cut roller, a frame with a destroyed front panel. Those are my Copic markers. One more lino cut and a huge pencil case with all my pencils that don't have boxes. So I use this old calendar to check the markers, and actually all of them still are functionable, except of those two that I'm going to throw away. From the lino printing stuff, I'm keeping all, but I'm going to get rid of the box that it all was in. Those boxes are now empty because I actually found out that there are some free spaces here. So I put all of the Copics into this additional space here. I could put those here probably, although I don't know if they would fit, but I guess I like keeping them separately for easier access. And about the pencils, there are some Derwent pencils that I bought individually. There are some Van Gogh pencils. I also have some individual colors of Caran d'Ache Luminance. They are very soft and sometimes I add them to add some highlights. That's why I have mostly those light colors. Yeah, and here are a lot of watercolor pencils. Those are the ones that I probably kept the jar for because when you sharpen them, they leave a lot of shreds and they're woodless pencils, so it's actually all usable and all water soluble. Originally, I wanted to keep all the shreds because otherwise you waste the pencil, but to be honest, it's totally not manageable, at least not for me. I've had them for quite a long time and I haven't been using them almost at all. You can see that they're almost completely full, but I think this is because I've never really spent time to get to know them. This is a completely different medium. I think I want to give them a chance, and if not, they're almost not used at all, so maybe I could sell them.
So thank you for watching me clean my art supplies drawer. I thought I would declutter more, to be honest, but it is what it is. I wonder if you were surprised by the amount of supplies, if you think it is a lot or not. I personally think it is not that much, but maybe I'm comparing myself with art supplies hoarders, so let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching and see you in the next video. Bye bye!